First
something
set,
to do with
first
your
leg, it's
granddaughter.
Mikuru to
obviously.
throw first. Game on.
She's got a real weird taste in music. She's only 4. Baby Shark's on it, but so is Thunderstruck by AC/DC, which is.
Well, I think she's taking a bit of grandpa
81.
influence on that one.
No, it's a mum. Mine will be Cliff Richard and that sort of thing from the 60s.
The bull up for this, I'm told
100.
that they first of all both shot bull, they then both had 25, they then both had bull, and it was finally decided with Mikuru getting a bull and Laura just missing the bull, getting a 25.
Well, that's how much they want to win that bull up then, because best of 3 match, it's so important.
And how Mikuru would want to
100.
hold her throw here. Massively popular back home in Japan. She was a soft tip. Well, genius is possibly not overstretching it too far. Colossal talent in that particular form of darts, and then switching to this and showing equal brilliance. Although, interestingly, Bo Grieve has been named as the favourite. Suzuki, well, she'd be my tip, but there is young Neve watching on as Laura tries to satisfy the family interest and come home with an upset win.
75.
Yeah, a real darting family.
Absolutely.
Good little dart player herself. Obviously, Laura mentioned in that little interview as well about practice partner, her husband Aaron,
24.
who's not only the
Mikuru,
4th seed
you
here,
require 145.
also won that match award for the county as well. Treble 15.
Just a bit of calculation here, checking exactly where her score is, and she needed the treble 15, and it has just slid below the wire into the treble 2.
83.
I thought she'd changed her mind about which way to go at first there. There was another way, treble 19, double 14.
Laura just trying to apply some pressure.
83. Mikuru, you require 62.
62. Treble 10 maybe. Well, 6. That was an errant shot.
44.
Well, this hurts if Laura could somehow tuck this one away. Can't be done now.
58.
Mikuru looking for double 9.
Mikuru, you require 18.
Double 3. What's she done? I think she's miscounted, has she? Did she miscount there, Tony?
Couldn't actually see where the
Laura, you
dart
require
was, but
76.
I mean, that was so far away from the double 9. Just didn't make sense, to be honest.
Well, she bust it. She needed a 16 there to give her a chance at the checkout.
Mikuru, you require 18.
Mikuru gets another attempt at 18. 9 in bits, 144. Steadies herself
10.
and puts it high.
Laura, you
Not a good start from the
32.
champion.
You pray for chances like this against Mikuru.
Oh, had it
16.
surrounded, but not the
Mikuru,
dart that
you got
counted.
Much closer.
It's a double 4.
Game
And
shot
gets
in the
it
first leg.
at last
Mikuru, Suzuki.
with the 25th
Second
dart
leg,
of the
Laura
leg.
to throw first. Game on.
Don't get many chances. Laura got there, gave herself the chance.
60.
Some good efforts at that double 8, but just not quite there.
Yeah, she had it well and truly surrounded, didn't she? Just couldn't find the dart which counted.
60.
Suzuki's made a flat start to this match. If Laura Turner's going to find a way to win it, she really needs to be punishing.
60.
Ah, the Mad Hatter. I thought it was something to do with Alice in Wonderland.
81.
Handy deflection that
That was
was.
a nice kiss. Take every little bit of luck you can. Mikuru's been in sparkling form in the
81.
online league this week. She's had some tremendous victories. The only lady in the competition this week.
Very different environment though, of course. Laura Turner with the darts here, wanting to hold her throw.
$100.
100, no check out for Suzuki. $81 needed for the leg. At this point, only the advantage of having the darts.
100.
And making the most of it.
Well, she's not at her glittering best at the moment by a long way. 81 needed for the leg. 74. Treble 14 leaves double 16.
20 to tidy up. These are not a shot at 40.
Mikuru, you require
That
138.
138 again, John.
Yeah, I've not seen anybody get terribly close on it as yet, and this one is not going to either. 138, otherwise known as the Della.
64 left. We're down at 16s. Picks it off nicely.
122.
Bags of pressure on this throw
Laura, you
for Laura.
require 40.
Come on, you got to go for it.
No score.
Yeah, that first
Mikuru,
out
you
was just a
require
little too high.
16.
Double 4.
$12.
Oh, that's 21 darts
Laura, you
she's thrown.
require 40.
Double 10. Unlucky.
30. Mikuru, you require
She almost
4.
admitted that she sometimes has a bit of a mental block about getting up there on this
Game
stage.
shot and the second
Suzuki's
leg. Mikuru,
a leg
Suzuki.
there, which arguably
Third
she
leg,
shouldn't
it's
have
Mikuru
done.
to throw
And you could
first.
possibly say the same
Game
about
on.
the first one. But either way, she's 2 up. Lots of stats in sports, but that's the stat that matters. It's 2-0 and she only needs one more.
Matters. She's had a bit of luck, but champions then put the gas on. Put their opponent on the floor. Make the most of it.
45.
I tell you what, people have complained about it being chilly earlier on in the weekend in this famous old arena at the Lakeside. It's anything but at the moment. Up on this balcony, it's distinctly warm.
Well, it's a big place. I think they turned the heating on Wednesday. It's took this long for it to actually warm the building up.
140.
More like it.
Needs more of that.
Needs the break here, Laura Turner, or Mikuru Suzuki will take the opening set.
85.
Just not happening. There's Connor Scott sitting, watching on. That was big upset earlier on with the Canadian Sean Burt beating him.
Another shot at it. You sit back and think about the game, and you know where you went wrong, and you'd love another go at it.
100. You check Mikuru's
So 6 darts from 140 for Suzuki
Mikuru
for the opening set.
130.
Yeah, Nick, the referee, just checked the score on the stage, so it is actually 130 she requires.
130. Oh, right.
It's the bullseye for the little fish.
Oh, decided not to go for it. Turner not on a finish. .32 remaining.
100. Mikuru, you require 32.
Double 16 for the opening set.
Game
And there it is. This
and
time
the first set.
only one
Mikuru
dart
Suzuki.
required. And that time it's a 16 darter, which is more what we'd expect as Mikuru Chiefs. I predict a riot. They turned up one year, didn't they?
Yeah, apparently a couple of the boys are really into the darts. It was a few years ago now. We got some great photos in the players' bar with them. And, yeah, a bit of a party that night. We enjoyed that evening.
The only thing which is kind of against them from a Sheffield United fan's perspective is that they're rather staunchly Leeds United. Moving swiftly on, back to the darts.
Yeah, Laura gave herself a few chances there, just missed the doubles. Could have been a totally different game.
Second set, first leg. It's Laura to throw first. Game on.
You know, it was 3-0. She's got a lot to work with there, Laura, because she was in every leg basically.
Well, it was a 27 dart leg, wasn't it, or a 28 dart leg, then a 25 dart leg, and then a 16 dart leg. Okay, the third one, Suzuki threw well, but the first two, you know, I mean, Laura will be kicking herself.
Yeah, she missed quite a few doubles. Well, as did Mikuru. It's not very often we get chances like that. And champions, when they get away with something, they really turn it on, and straight away she's into it.
Well, they always say that, don't they, about when you're playing somebody who is absolutely at the pinnacle of the game. People used to say it a lot about Phil Taylor, didn't they, a former champion here. You know, he was so good that if you didn't take advantage of the tiny little chances that you get, you just knew you were beaten.
Yeah, I mean, they were few and far between anyway, any chances. Famous sayings, I think it was said that you do get chances against Phil. It's usually a 161 or 167 or 161. They're the chances he gave you.
Great big shout came from the balcony there. I wonder if that was Laura's daughter watching on, trying to encourage her, trying to encourage Mum to claw her way back into this match. But Suzuki setting it up with a ton 40.
60. Mikuru, you require 121.
There's the referee up there, Anthony Dundas.
He's having a little rest now. He's up dancing in the aisles during the break just then.
He likes a boogie, loves his music. 81.
He's an all-round entertainer, is Anthony.
Tops then for a break of throw for Suzuki when she comes back.
121.
It's going to look like a real mountain to climb for Laura Turner if she takes this one out. And she has.
Shot in the first leg, Mikuru Suzuki.
14 darts.
Second leg,
and away it goes.
To throw first. Game on.
Mention about how big them legs were. The first two, 27, 25 darts, but the last two, she's averaged 100.
16 and 14, that's more the Suzuki we know.
41.
And she has got that level which she can get into, we all know that. That's what's going to make her, well, I suspect it's going to make her the woman to beat here this week. Got to get through this first, but if she does, she's going to take some stopping. Aileen de Graaf is awaiting the winner of this one in the next round.
It's
just not happening.
Yeah, she's thrown a lot of them straight up the line of the 20. She hasn't drifted left or right, so they're not that bad darts, to be honest.
60.
Well, if ever there was a good time to throw a 180, this would be it. Not there. It is just not there tonight. You sense the crowd are really looking for the opportunity to roar their support
83
for Laura Turner. It's not happening though.
Yeah, the start of the match, it was quite loud out there, trying to rally behind Laura.
Mikuru has silenced them.
43.
She had a 16-dart leg and a 14-dart leg, but Mikuru has reverted to her type of earlier in the match. That's 15 darts thrown down to 176.
60.
Well, that's poor. On a finish of sorts, Suzuki, but it's a massive
60. One. Mikuru, you require 164.
Should be just looking to set this up. It's an odd one off.
44.
She's had those two great legs, but apart from that, she's really not throwing particularly well, Tony.
Yeah, that old first round strikes again.
$100.
Go, mummy.
120.
120 needed. Well, Turner will get the chance to break back, but Tops can bring her the leg.
80.
Now, this is an opening.
56.
Tops, 2 darts in hand.
Game shot.
One needed, and at last, Laura's smile.
Third leg.
That's Amanda who's on her feet, bellowing her support.
$60.
I know people who've played up on that stage, they often say when they're playing, you know, they're looking for the one particular voice, the one familiar sound as you throw, and you can hear your partner or your friend or your daughter, your son, whoever, clearly, even above the roar of a crowd.
Yeah, I've been affected by that a few times. Even when there was plenty cheering, I could still hear Jill's shout above all that.
Yeah, she can do some volume, can't she, Jill?
Oh, yes. The trouble is, I was struggling. She only ever shouted when I was struggling.
45.
So, yes, I did hear it quite often.
And Laura Turner trying to build on that break of throw. It's back on darts now.
100.
And the ton gives her the advantage. Familiar figure now, of course, not only as a player, but also as a commentator. A little
100.
career progress, which began working on BDO events. And she found that she was very much to the manner born.
41.
I believe it was in the same box as yourself for her first ever game, I believe. Is that right, John?
I wasn't going to say that.
78.
No finish for Suzuki. Laura could do with a ton. Minimum. It's all she can do now. Oh,
60.
Advantage Suzuki now for a potential break.
$58.
Definitely out of sorts is Mikuru.
She's only averaging around the, well, just over 70, which by her standards is nowhere.
140.
That's a great visit.
You require 120.
That makes the very real possibility of a holder throw to put her ahead. And Suzuki can't finish now. She needed Shanghai. So another great opportunity for Laura Turner.
62 wanted.
68.
Only 52.
Laura, you require
It's only
40.
if she gets a chance to come back. She'll only come back if Laura doesn't hit this tops.
Well, that'll set the family going.
Third leg, Laura
And there's
Turner.
plenty of shouts of support
Fourth
there.
leg is Mikuru to throw first.
And an
Game
opportunity
on.
to neck the odd glass of beer.
Another great night at the darts.
It's kind of a torture, isn't it, when you're sitting here, keeping a
40.
clear head so you know your finishes and you can try and interpret the game, and you see people there with a nice, cool, refreshing glass of something pleasant.
John, stop it. It's really warm in here.
81.
Well, she's got a chance to really get right back in this game here, Laura Turner, because no question, for whatever reason, Mikuru Suzuki is not on her game right now.
Yeah, she's not on her game. I think Laura's just found a few
55.
more fans, i.e. the ladies that are still in the tournament.
Now, good darts, steady ton.
100.
And she's got the advantage again in this set. Could be an opportunity to level it. If there's another break here for Laura Turner, we go to one set apiece.
81.
Oh, champagne.
Do you want to see
Is
how
that
you
genuine?
claim
Is that real champagne? Still necking it out of a pint glass, of course. It's the only way to quaff your champagne when you're
43.
here.
Check the date. It's well past Christmas, isn't it?
Is that the only time you crack open a bottle?
I don't have a lot to
97.
celebrate these days, to be honest, John.
A sad little story.
Sad but true.
Meanwhile, Laura looking for a treble here, and
60.
she's not got it. Just the single 20. So it's going to come down to whose nerve holds in the finishing.
83.
I was making a little joke then about Laura getting more fans from the other ladies in the tournament, but that's actually a fact. I've felt that myself in the past when you see one of the favourites going out early in the tournament. It does give you a little boost. As long as you're still in the tournament yourself, obviously.
60.
145
Mikuru, you require
for the champion.
145.
Can't be done now. Big ask for Laura Turner, but 157 is possible.
87. Laura, you require 157.
Not now. So Suzuki will come back with 58, but this will put a bit of pressure on it. Coming downstairs. Oh,
83.
she needed the 19.
Mikuru, you require 58.
Tops for 2 apiece. This is a big dart.
Game short.
And that's what champions do. Get the big darts when it counts, and it's 2 apiece.
Words out of my mouth there, mate. She does have the advantage here, Laura. She needs to find a couple of trebles.
60.
She's in the point of no return here. Laura Turner has got to take this leg, or the defending champion Mikuru Suzuki will move on to the next round, and that's a great start to this leg.
That's what champions do, like you said, John. Struggling, but they've got that in the locker that they can just
60.
change a match with a couple of scores and then winning.
Won the Slovak Masters Championship this year, Laura Turner.
125.
Laura Winstanley in the final. Suzuki seems to have found another gear. 125 following her opening 140. And almost a look of resignation on the face of Laura Turner. The taxi has not quite been started up yet, but it's probably been summoned and is waiting outside.
100.
Even though she started this leg, she's a long way behind us, Laura.
60.
Not found a treble yet in this leg, Laura Turner, and it is hurting.
66.
70 remaining from victory and a place in the next round against Aileen de Graaf. Still she can't
45.
find that treble.
Mikuru, you require 70.
Sean Burt signing. He produced a great performance earlier on, knocking out Connor Scott. Tops then for Suzuki.
30.
Oh, it's on the floor. She went, I'm pretty sure she went for the wrong dart there, unless we've miscounted. Looks as though she went for double 18. She was nowhere near the 20.
100. Mikuru, you require 40.
Well, she definitely requires 40, as confirmed by Nick Rolls, the referee, double 10. And there it is, that's the winning dart. A long way short of the